So let me discuss about async concept now. Okay, async concept. So let me close this main things. Let me create one new other folder. So under SRC, click on folder async demo. Under async demo, please to create demo1.jsx RFC. Done. So what I'm going to do now is like, let me do create some two state variables for storing my data and to display my data. Simple. Data comma set data use is equal to use state of some square brackets. Okay. Why I'm using is nothing but why I'm using square brackets. I'm going to explain in detail. Please don't worry. Error comma set error is equal to use state of I'm not going to store any error message by default. So null value done. So what I'm going to done is like nothing but, so why I'm using array inside the use state is nothing but I can write a comment here. So state to hold fetch data I can say array of something some data. Okay, we clearly done data and set data everything and error also done. So why I'm using array is nothing but we are going to store some array of data like name, ID, something like this. So I'm using this directly. So use state next state to hold any error message. Done. As of now is very much clear. Done. So let me write one function now to fetch the data. Fetch its data, no arguments, arrow function, open curly brace. Done as of now. So let me write directly try catch block. Okay, let me write try catch block. Constant response is equal to fetch of directly fetch of some data. So let me use some random data here. So JSON placeholder API, like from some fake REST APIs and all we can use. So we'll use users directly. Having some more data now. We'll go with to dos. Okay, simple data. So copy this URL directly. Copy this URL directly. Okay, after copying double quotes, paste it. Something done. So we are going to retrieve the data from the existing fake API. Okay, from the fake API. Okay. Wait a second. So next, sorry for the interruption. So let me retrieve the data. Okay. Constant result is equal to response of response of sorry response dot JSON. Okay, we are directly printing the data into JSON. Okay, so let me update the data. Set data of result. Done. If any error is there, so let me write the cache block here. So to retrieve the error message, set ERR of ERR. Done. Or else you can also directly call it as ERR dot exact. If you want the exact error, why we are going to get the message means you can use directly ERR dot message. So done as of now. So what I have done, see, return one function, but we are going to get an error here. We are going to get an error here. I want to show you the error why we are not getting any output at all. We'll discuss clearly. Then we'll get into the writing comments part and everything. So I'm not going to write the comments now. I'm going to show you the output error what we are going to get. Later on, we're going to proceed. Okay. So let me call this fetch data function. So use effect of app open braces, open curly, open again braces, functional braces, done. So let me call the fetch data here. Done. Done as of now. So let me try to complete the code. So H3 fetch API demo using async and await. Why we are going to get an error, we are going to show. I'm going to show you now, no issue. So same thing I'm going to discuss again, open curly brace. Open curly brace. I'm going to write data dot length. Sorry, data dot length is greater than 0. Is greater than 0. If greater than 0, if my data is there, so let me write this. So data dot map, data dot map of. Wait a second. Data dot wait a second. Sorry. Data dot map of to do comma index. Why I'm using index, I will show you clearly. Don't worry. Next, let me open curly brace like arrow function. Done. So if my data is there, I'm going to display my data. If my data is not there, I'm not going to display my data. Like I'm going to display some what we're going to say. I'm going to display some message, random message like some we are unable to fetch the data like this. Okay. So let me use UL like on UL tag. Next, in the UL tag, why I'm using key index, I'm going to show, I'm going to explain, don't worry. So next, li tag, let me, wait a second, what are the fields we required in user ID? So we are having four. If you want to display these four details, you can also display the four details directly. If not, you can also display one or two only. It's up to you. It's up to you. But I'm show you how to display those four also. So use this to do place here dot ID. Why I'm writing dot ID is in the sense, see, here I'm having as ID. So I'm going to directly use dot ID. One is done. Again list, again user ID, again curly brace dot User ID is a user ID. So, okay, only I is capital. Done. Again, li tag. What it is there? It is get title. Title. It is showing some book title and all. I don't know what the title name is. Dot title. Done. Like we are having completion status, true or false. We are having some this completion status also in false and true. So let me display true condition, true message in a green color and false message in a red color. So open li tag. In under li tag, to do dot completed question mark to do dot completed. So let me display in green and red color. Okay, green and red colors. So font completed. So I want to display this completed in green color. How I'm going to show style is equal to curly brace color double quotes green. So let me copy again done as of now. So let me change this to red and it is also not completed. So we are getting because question mark done. If in either of them is wrong, let me pass the error message. So done as of now. Clear? So why I told you why we are going to get an error is nothing but why we like I can say simply while I'm discussing, I told you, see, async and await are the syntactic sugars over the promises. Like it makes asynchronous code to look and behave like a synchronous code. So use async before a function. Use async before a function to return a promise. So let me go back. Where is my function? So this is my function. So let me use async here. Done. What it is saying, use await to wait for the result of a promise inside a async function. So inside a async function, like I need to use await here. So done. As of now is very much clear. I'm not going to show you the error also. So next, here we are waiting for the response and here also we are waiting for the response. Done. So await of response dot data. So why this function, what it is going to do? Let me write a clear code. Let me write a clear comment here. So async function to fetch to do data, to fetch to do data from the external API, from the external API. Done. What it is going to do, it is going to fetch data from API, fetch data from API. It is going to parse the data into JSON format. Done. You already know if error occurs, store the error message. Wait a second. Done without any issue. So what is done? Promise demo done, use effect done, fetching is done, everything is done very clearly. So let me export this to my app.jsx. So how it is going to appear, we'll see. I have done a mistake, like previously we are using directly curly brace like instead of function brace, sorry. So previously the code was like directly we are using curly brace directly here. So using curly brace is like it is a mistake. We are not going to fetch our data. So you are going to get an empty screen like this. If you are using like this, you are going to get an empty screen for Fakka. So avoid using this curly brace. Use correct brace. You are going to get the output exactly what in which way you need to get the error. You will get the error. If you done any mistake, you will get error. If you are not doing any mistake, you are definitely going to get the output like this. So you are going to get the data from here to here. Clear, guys? So without any issues, my data got printed successfully. So it is going on like this only. It will going on up to this entire API is got fetched successfully. Clear, guys? I hope it understands. It understand very clearly. Simple message, simple code. Data at array data to store my data, error hook to store my error message. So fetch function async. It waits for the promise to deliver. Like async, I told you clearly what is meant by async. Async is we should write a async before a function to return a promise. We need to use await to wait for the result of a promise. Okay. Next. So we are calling we are fetching the data from the API and storing in response. And we are we are parsing the response into JSON format and we are storing in the result. We are storing the result into data. Done here as of now. If I'm calling the use effect, so it is going to fetch directly without any refreshing the page. If any issue triggered, it is going to refresh the page automatically. So why I use the index? So let example, let me remove index for now. I will show you the thing what was happened. See, go back here. So no issue as of now. Open your console. So what it is saying, each child in a list should have a unique key property. It is asking each child in a list should have a unique key property. In an array, we are going to have some indexes value. So it is giving 0 for every index value. To avoid like this 0, we need to give 0 for this first array. And next array index value, we need to give as index value as 1, 2, 0, 1, 2, 3. Like this we need to give. If you don't give index value, it is all going to take 0 for every value. So to avoid like this, I am using key index value. Done. If you use this, the error is going to be clear. So refresh the page once. So no issue, no error. So I'm using index directly to avoid unique child issues and all. So this is the concept of async demo, like using fetch. Okay. We are not done with Axios. We are only done with fetch only. Clear, everyone? So next, what I'm going to discuss about in async only, but under async, I'm going to discuss about how to get the data using some using third-party application. I can say I shown you how to use using fetch. I will show you how to use Axios instead of fetch, but same data. Okay, same data, but we are going to use some random thing. So I will show you that. So copy this. So copy this. Come here. Demo2.jsx. Paste it here. So change demo1 to demo2. Done. So everything is done fine. So no need to change anything here. No need to change anything. So I need to change fetch to Axios. Simple. I need to change Axios dot get. Why we are getting another is nothing but we need to install one package, one dependency. We'll install the dependency now. So let me include demo1 dot. We are done with what we call. We are done with fetch API. I'm going to show you for how to fetch the same data using Axios. Okay, done, guys. We are done with fetch API. We are done with fetch API. Done. Now I'm going to show the same output using Axios. You can use Axios or fetch anything on your own. But using Axios, we are having some better advantages. That's it. Okay. Instead of fetch, we also go with Axios. But if you use Axios means we are having some beneficial advantages. That's it. You can also use fetch. You can also use Axios. Anything you can use on your wish. Clear? So why we are getting here? So Please stop here, Control C, npm install Axios, enter. It is not an inbuilt function. Okay, inbuilt library. In demo one, we use fetch directly. Fetch is a built-in browser library. So fetch is a built-in library API to make HTTP request. So without installing anything, we can directly use fetch. But coming to the case of fetch, Axios, we are not allowed to use directly. So import Axios. Sorry, it is installing. I don't want to use like this. Axios from Axios, done. As of now, no issue. So let me run my app again. npm run dev. So let me refresh the page. What happened? So let me check the console once. The requested module Axios does not provide. It was ridiculous. So okay, done. Let me import Axios from Axios. Response.json is not a function. Sorry. Okay. I forgot, so guys. Sorry. We need to, we not required to parse it into JSON directly. We get the JSON data, right? This is the point I written here. What is the advantage? Automatic JSON transformation. So we don't need to parse out data into like into JSON. Like we done this in this point. So here we are parsing the data into JSON using fetch, but using Axios, we no need to parse the data into JSON. We can directly assign the data. So set data of response dot data. Done. Clear, guys? This is a beneficial option. So whenever we are using Axios, we no need to uh, change process our data from, can I say, we don't need to parse our data into JSON. But if we are using fetch API, we need to parse our data into JSON, then we need to store the data. But coming to Axios, no need to parse the data into JSON. We are getting the data from directly from the JSON format only. So we are directly storing the data. We are directly displaying the data. Simple. No change in this code. Only one line of code is changing. Here, one line of code. Just only 2 lines of code changes. Remaining all same code. I hope you understand. Okay.